Welcome to the Collegian Report. I'm Annie Witt.
And I'm Ella Stiefvater. The SDSU Alumni Association and Jackrabbit Central are collecting gently used Jackrabbit apparel for the Jack's Gear Drive to support Jack's Cupboard, SDSU's on-campus food pantry for students in need. You can drop off gently used Jackrabbit's apparel through April 25th at the SDSU Alumni Center or Jackrabbit Central on campus or in their downtown location. If you donate an item, you'll receive a 15% off coupon for Jackrabbit Central to use throughout the hashtag Jack's Give Back Week, which is April 20th through the 26th. The Jack's Gear Sale will happen on Wednesday, April 30th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the SDSU Alumni Center. For questions, you can contact the Alumni Office at 605-697-5198 or email alumni@statealum.com.
You may have heard that Senate Bill 100 was passed in South Dakota during the recent legislative term. But what does that mean for SDSU and other places of higher education? As stated in the bill, it is an act to limit the imposition of restrictions on the carrying of a concealed pistol and other items of self-defense while on the campus of a public institution of higher education. Essentially, this bill prevents public higher education institutions in South Dakota, like SDSU, from restricting the lawful carrying, possession, storage, or transportation of concealed firearms and other self-defense items by individuals who have the proper permits to do so. There are, however, a few exceptions, like for safety and security reasons. In order to carry a firearm, the individual must meet basic eligibility requirements, like being 18 years or older, passing a background check, completing the required training, and receiving approval from the Secretary of State. These individuals are also required to have a concealed carry permit. The bill goes into effect on July 1st.
Brookings welcomed nearly 3,000 attendees to the South Dakota State FFA Convention on April 3rd through the 5th. Attendees included FFA members, parents, sponsors, and advisors. The convention reached its maximum capacity for student competitors, with a record number of 2,264 members involved in 15 different career development events, which were held across campus and the Brookings community. Wyatt DeYoung, South Dakota FFA Executive Secretary, credits SDSU and students for helping put the event together.
We had a huge support staff from SDSU that helped put those events on. We had a huge support staff of SDSU students that did so much of the behind-the-scenes pieces.
After winning the state competition, 14 teams qualified to compete at the National FFA Convention in October, and 4 high school seniors were recognized as state stars for their supervised agricultural experience projects. Those members will also have the opportunity to submit their projects for national recognition.
Coming up after the break, we'll learn about an event on campus that raised $160,000
and tell you about a new cinema experience at SDSU.
Here's our target. We're shooting azimuth at All in.
Great drill weekend, everyone. See y'all again next month.
See what your future could look like by going to nationalguard.com/SD.
Welcome back to the Collegian Report. Jackrabbit Nation piled into the S-Jack on Saturday as fans got their first look at the SDSU football team under new head coach Dan Jackson during the program's annual spring game. The event featured an intra-squad scrimmage with teams divided between offensive and defensive units. The scrimmage had 2 15-minute quarters with normal timing, while skilled position players conducted 7-on-7 drills, and linemen performed 1-on-1 drills at the start. Jackson and the Jackrabbits will kick off the season this fall with Sacramento State on August 30th. Season tickets are on sale now at gojacks.evenue.net.
Fraternity and sorority life at SDSU kicked off their annual Greek Week with the Greek Week Air Band event last week. More than half of the fraternal organizations participated in the event, with each group having their own unique performances. College Panhellenic Association President Kayla Kaposki says the event works because of all the support.
All of our chapters participate, some in all the events, some in only a few, but we really highly encourage as much participation as possible from our community. This is just a big week for all of us to get together and kind of work together towards a common cause. We have some philanthropy events going on throughout the week and just a great time to get together and get to know more people in our community that you may or may not know.
Fraternal organizations can earn points in each Greek Week event.
SDSU's largest student organization danced for charity over the weekend. State-a-thon is a 10-hour dance marathon fundraiser raising money for the Sanford Children's Castle of Care, which is part of the Children's Miracle Network. This year, they raised over $160,000, the second highest amount since their start in 2001. New President Kaylee Mall shares what the organization means to her.
I've been in State-a-thon for 3 years now. To me, State-a-thon means joy, laughter, and just a place where kids know that whatever they're going through does not define them, and they can still have a really good time and a good day, even when they may be going through some of life's toughest battles.
More about the event can be found in this week's Collegian or at sdsucollegian.com.
The Kojo Cinema event, Stories from the Fields and Main Streets of the Midwest, took place last night at the South Dakota Art Museum. 3 short documentaries from SDSU graduate students premiered, including Regenerate, Preserving South Dakota Soil Health by Ariana Schumacher, Galena, The Ghost Town That Came Back to Life by Finn Kane, and Women in Film in Minnesota by Stephanie Foth. Attendees saw each film and heard directly from the directors between showings. Each filmmaker shared insights into their creative process and answered questions about the making of their documentaries. Director Stephanie Foth shared her experience about creating a film and the struggles females have in the film industry.
I talked to a professional producer, professional editor, and a hobby filmmaker, as well as 2 hobby filmmakers that do short films for festivals. We learn about their background, we learn about what they do, and we learn a little bit about what it's like to be a woman in film. Sometimes it's not the best, but progress is being made, and that's what we see in our film.
All filmmakers created their documentaries as professional projects in the graduate program in the School of Communication and Journalism.
Country music fans will have the opportunity to see Cole Swindell on the Happy Hour SAD Tour, coming to the Dakota Bank Center on September 25th. The show will feature special guests Priscilla Block and Graylin James. Tickets start at $39.50 plus fees and are available at the box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. Ella and I, along with other collegiate media students, attended the Midwest Journalism Conference this past weekend.
At the 2025 Upper Midwest Emmy Student Production Awards, the Collegian Report was nominated for Best College Newscast, and Annie Witt was nominated in the College Talent category.
Also, the Jackrabbit Sports Hour was given an Award of Merit in the Sportscast Program Student Market Radio category at the Midwest Broadcast Journalists Association Eric Severide Awards. We look forward to improving our work and thank you for your support.
That's all for the Collegian Report this week. Be sure to check out the Collegian paper on Thursday.
And see the latest stories at sdsucollegian.com.